Good morning. Hi everybody, I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we're here for our Saturday morning Empower Yoga Flow. I talk a little less in this class, and we actually flow quite a bit. I try my best and my hardest to offer modifications and variations for different abilities in our body and based on any injuries or existing conditions. But in the end of the day, please honor and respect what's going on in your body. Yoga is not about tearing yourself apart. It's about connecting and coming together. So please don't overdo. And if you're joining, we're here for our Empower Yoga Flow, where we empower ourselves to learn where we draw our strength from, what we give it away to, and how we can get some strength sometimes from doing less. All right, we're going to start in child's pose. If there's nothing wrong with our knees, we'll come to hands and knees and sink back to child's pose. Good morning. Moving the stuff out of the way from my last class. Do have a block or a strap nearby in case we might need it. You never know. And we'll sink our hips back toward our heels, extending the upper body forward. And allow for a few moments of calm, no pressure, checking in with the physical body, checking in with our heart and our spirit, our mind, what's overworked, what's been neglected. Commit to yourselves right now that we're here for a space of feeling, not thinking. Let's find an intuitive way of moving, expressing, shining. We'll come forward to hands and knees. Palms are spread wide, building awareness into those palms. Shift weight forward and back. Just feel shifting and movement. Breathing in as we come forward. Feel your entire spine, neck, throat, in between the shoulders, shifting back. Again, if doing this on the knees isn't comfortable, maybe just wait or find a seated space. Pulling the chest forward, maybe sinking in the hips and shifting it back. Wake up, movement. Occupy your body as fully as we can, coming forward, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up, downward facing dog. Maybe pedal the heels up and down. Thank your feet. Feel the sensations in your feet. Yoga, unifying, connecting, union. That's what yoga is. Where are we feeling that union? What is awakening as we connect our awareness to it? Breath in, tilt the tailbone up. Breath out, tilt it down. See if your hips and pelvis want to respond in this way. Don't force anything and look with curiosity or even laughter at anything that isn't going the way you thought it would. Breath. We'll bring one knee down, step the other leg up. I offer this for those who can't take a great big step up. So that's a great way to start to make your way up to standing. Feet can be together or apart. Breathe in, lifting the chest, lengthen. forward fold, let the upper body go. We're going to start to flow through it, often referred to as a vinyasa. Breath in and lift, vinyasa meaning flow. Exhale, lower the upper body. And let's just go up and down, whatever your rhythm is. You don't have to lock the knees or completely straighten the legs. We're going for ease and steadiness. Maybe frame power and empowerment in will and discipline, and less about what the physical body can do. We'll roll the spine up, taking our time. Breathing in as we lengthen and reach upward through the heart more than the arms. Exhale, forward fold, letting it go. Half flat back, pull the chest forward. Maybe your hands are at your shins. Some of you may notice that my hands stay on the floor and I pull and lengthen the spine. Let's turn the neck. Feel the legs. Building that awareness, that union. We'll place the palms down, stepping back to plank. Maybe hands and knees plank. You feel out what's good for you. I'm shifting forward and back, just feeling my body carrying different weights, different shifting, and lower down to our belly. Good, let's breathe in, lift the chest, keep the gaze down, keep the belly on the floor. Cobra, exhale, lower. Notice where my palms are down along the mid-waist, elbows pinning up against the sides of the ribs. Breath in, push down through the arms, lift the chest, relax the backside. Exhale, lower. Try not to completely straighten the arms. Inhale, soften the neck. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale it up, all the way up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Lift your butt up, dropping the head down, down dog. Now the legs never have to be straight. You can keep both knees soft. Maybe you're pedaling the heels up and down. Pressing down and forward through the surface of all of your digits. Soften the neck. Breath in, looking up. Use that transition or take your biggest, longest step up. Maybe you're starting to bring the feet a little closer together. Notice the sensations in your thighs and your hips. If you do so, breath in, lifting the chest. Exhale, letting it go. Maybe seeing if you can squeeze the thighs and remain active in the lower body. Breath in, we'll come all the way up, pushing the feet down, lifting the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Half flat back. Planting our palms down, stepping it back to plank, taking an inhale, lowering down, elbows shaving against the ribs as we go. Breath in, lifting the chest, shoulders back and away. Exhale, downward facing dog, deep breath. Looking forward, traveling our way up. Alternate the lead leg. Half flat back. Forward fold. Ease and steadiness in our flow. Breath in, coming all the way up. Maybe a gentle back bend. Let it be a heart lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Half flat back, lengthen. Hands down, stepping it back to plank. Left hand under the face, stacking the feet on top of one another. Left shoulder over left wrist, maybe lifting that right arm up. Half plank. Now, maybe that's not where we want to be. You could have the left knee down, right foot spun flat, turning that chest open. It's so funny that I fell over on this one rather than the other one. Breath. Another way of expressing it. Stepping the right foot up. That foot is bent. Left leg is straight. Good. Both hands down. Find plank. Lower through. Breath in, cobra. Chin is level. Breath intentional. Downward facing dog. Shifting it forward to plank. I'm not going to turn around, but we're going to do the other side for our side plank. Vashistasana. Rolling it over. Right side. Maybe stacking the feet. Right wrist under right shoulder. Arms open. Heart open. Wings expanding. Breath. Choose the modification that works for you. Feel the legs helping you, your core helping you. Calm mind. Both hands down. Lowering through. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Right leg lifts. Point the toe, open the hip. Now this is an option. So maybe lifting the leg is putting too much on the arms. Maybe all of this amount of yoga is new. So let's honor where we are. Because we need a lot of strength and stability in the arms and the leg and the core in order to open that hip. Shift forward, knee to nose. Now this could be another option, and you could be like, yeah, I don't want to do that either. This is plank, pulling that knee up into a crunch. Inhale it up, dropping the head down, back to the down dog. So maybe just stay at down dog and shift to plank. And shift it forward, knee to nose. Good, let's inhale it up. Okay, so now all of us, we're going to step the right foot up as best we can. So you might need to help it up there. Staying on the toes of the back foot. Coming up crescent warrior. Feel your hips, straightening that back leg. Now I'm going to reach forward. You could bring the left hand to the floor to twist here. Some of you might want to reach forward through that left arm and see if that left elbow wants to come outside of that right thigh. Pressing both palms together, revolving in the chest and the spine. Breath. Apply a little bit more energy through the back of the left heel. Soften in the right side of your low back. Let the twist in. All right, we're going to step the back leg up for twisting chair. Make your way up as best you can. If you had that hand on the floor, that hand could be down to the floor still here. Or on a block. Let's reach forward. Forward fold, let it go. Hands to the floor or the block. Gonna lift the right leg up toward the ceiling. Standing split, open hip. Crown toward the floor. Good. We're going to bring that right hand down. Right knee. Bend it and bring it behind the left knee. Bend both knees. Twisting to the left. Breath in. Breath out. Standing split. Lifting that right leg up. Exhale. Curtsy squat. twisting, and standing split, and curtsy squat. Now see if we can bring the feet down, knees down in the squat into a twist. So we've got the legs down, left knee is up, right knee is down. Right elbow, maybe wrapping around that left knee. Maybe that right elbow comes outside of that left knee twist. Dandasana. Grow tall through the back of your neck. And release, uncoil, knees up, boat. Maybe the heels are lower. Inner thighs together. Contain, strong, calm. 2 inches. Chest 2 inches off the floor. Legs 2 inches off the floor. Inhale it back up. Boat. 2 inches. Breath out. Good. Inhale it up. 2 inches. Inhale. 2 inches. Bringing it back up. Crossing the ankles. Placing the palms. Stepping it back to plank. Left hand under the face. Rolling it open. Find your version of your side plank. Both hands down. Chaturanga. Back up to plank. Roll it over to the right side when you're ready. Take a break anytime you need. Breath. Squeeze the thighs. See how the legs can help. Both hands down. When I say chaturanga, that's hovering elbow height. Back up. Downward facing dog. Maybe go to child's pose. Position those palms. Be in the whole hand, not just in the heels of the palms. What are your legs doing? What are your hips doing? Feel your spine. Left leg lifts. Point the toe. Open the hip or skip it all together. Shifting forward, knee to chest or skipping it all together. Inhale, dropping the head down, lifting the hips, twisting that left hip open. 3-legged down dog. Shifting it forward, knee to chest. Good, last one. If you're joining, left leg lifts. Dropping that head in. Good. Now we're all going to step the left foot through to the best of our ability. Maybe helping it up there. Staying on the back toes. Choosing a calm, easy, steady way to come up for crescent. Lengthening, rooting. No goals in mind. Just being present where we are. Lengthening the torso forward. Maybe right hand down for the twist. Maybe seeing about moving as much of our flesh out of the way as we can to get that right elbow outside of left knee. Feeling your root. What is the state of the left leg and the right leg? The state of the left foot and the right foot. The state of our hips and our belly. the state of our breath. Stepping the right foot up, taking our time. Squeezing inner thighs together, feet together, twisting chair. Calm, present, even in the heat. We'll reach the torso forward, laying the chest on the thighs. Forward fold, release. Deep breath. Feel your heart beating. What have we not let go of yet? What have we not accepted about this present moment yet? We'll root into the right leg, lifting that left leg up, standing split. Feel this side, welcome it, greet it. Left hand comes down, bending that left knee, bringing it behind the right knee, twisting the chest open, and standing split. And curtsy squat. And standing split. And curtsy squat. Breathe. We're going to bring that left foot down, lowering the butt down. Right knee is crossing over that left thigh. Lifting up through that left arm. Maybe the bind, maybe a wrap. Breath in, chest up. Exhale, twist. Grow tall through the spine. Soften what's fighting. And we'll release. We'll bring those legs out in front of us. Finding our boat. Sliding in these shorts. Chest is up. Choose where you need to be for ease and steadiness. All right, 2 inches, lengthen, lowering it down, bringing it back up, maybe keeping those legs straight, and lowering it down, bringing it back up, and 2 inches, and back up. Choose, those knees could be bent. Good, 2 inches. Let's rock our canoe. Bringing it up, cross the ankles. Plant the palms, step into plank. Lowering through. Cobra breath. Feel that upper chest cavity. Yielding, bending, lifting. Bottom body heavy, sinking, softening. Breath. Full. Intentional. And child's pose. Good. Let's come up to sitting. Going to invite us, if you have blocks, to get 2. If you don't worry about it. And I'm going to make myself to sitting down on my butt. All right. Feel the body. Let's drop the left ear to the left shoulder, left hand up by the right ear. Invite length through the side of the neck. Feel all of the extra exertion. And we've stored up the stress of extra exertion right here. Do you want to let it go? Can you coax it out? Can you lure it out? Not from force, but from softness. Grow tall through the side of the right neck. And soften. Release the arm. Chin rolls down toward the center of the chest and over to the other side. Right hand up by the left ear. Oh. Let breath flow through us. Drop that left shoulder. Sitting up tall in the chest. Grow tall through the side of the left side of the neck. Take your breath with you. Good. We'll release the arm. Roll the chin down toward the center of the chest. Round the spine, rocking the tailbone under. And then thrust the chest up, tilting the tailbone back. Work the throat. Back and forth. Good. All right. Oh, that's Claudia saying quick hi, and then she's leaving. Okay. Thank you, Claudia. All right. So I just wanted to take some of the stress out. I'm going to work on something that's called Tadasana. Going to find a cross-legged space. Now, I would like to see if it could be either full lotus, and that's going to be crisscross with the legs bound, or half lotus. So let's work with the half lotus first. So I'm going to bring this heel up toward this hip, and then just see how that feels on the knee and the hip. All right. If it looks something like this, this is not your jam. Stay with crisscross applesauce. Okay. And that is not a judgment. It's just where the bones and the flesh work together. And they say, we don't work that way. All right. So this is half. If that's comfy cozy, let's switch. Well, comfy cozy is relative, right? Let's switch. Feel out this other side. This side is my easy side. That's right heel is like, yes, I'd like to come up there and beyond, because this is my right dominant side. I lead and I do everything with this side. Okay, so that's half lotus. If you have full lotus, keep this leg here and see about bringing that other ankle up, right? Whole different jam. Okay, so don't strive, don't sit and tug yourself to try to get there, because just everything that comes with ease and steadiness. So if this works out, this works out. Lotus is kind of a happy place for me. It's fine. If it isn't, go to half. If that isn't, stay with crisscross applesauce. All right. Worry about these blocks in a moment. Palms down alongside us. Chest up. Feel what we feel in the hips, the thighs, no matter what the shape is going on down here. Now we're going to push straight down with the arms and see what will lift of our bottom body. Palms down, chest up, and lift. Breath, 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 and lower. I'm going to show half lotus, and it can be done the same way with crisscross applesauce. The leg that's down on the floor, and so that's this leg for me, one right here. Use that and push down with that, keeping the heel down. Lift the butt. Breathe. Breathe upward through the chest. Shoulders down, chest up. Where's the breath? Practice yoga in your face. And lower. I like to say that if you've ever read Autobiography of a Yogi, I think that this is the precursor to levitation. So we need to erase the thought in our mind that levitation is simple, because once we're in this, we're like, wow, this is not simple. Switch legs. So whatever leg was on top, go ahead and switch. Maybe, see, you could have done half on one side and find that full is something that's accessible on this side. All right, I'm going to turn sideways just so we all can see. And I'm going to press straight down, okay? Try not to have the arms way out here, way back here. Move out of my way. Have them right alongside the hips, okay? Chest is up, pressing down and lift. Breath. And lower. Tadasana. How we feeling? We're liking Tadasana? And it's okay to have a whole bunch of not like, but here's the thing. See it as I'm unfamiliar with it. Not that we don't like it or that we're not good at it. We're just unfamiliar with it. It's a new way of channeling our energy, compact, constructed, directed, and firm. Now, here's a little cheater. So we're going to get the blocks. Love always starting us off without the cheater, because we can really appreciate the work, the core containment that it takes. Palms flat on the block. Don't wrap your fingers down on the block. Flat. Press. Chest up, shoulders down. Don't let the shoulders come up by the ears like this. We want to keep the shoulders down like this. Chest up. And here we go. Up. Breath. You can even let some of that body weight sink, grow tall in the chest. And lower. Tadasana. What's up, Kayla? Did you just join? Did you just join for all of the fun? Tent your hands. I'm going to say I'm okay with you feeling that out. So I'm assuming that she's meaning kind of staying up on kind of the tent sticks of our fingers to come up. But use that knowing that you have more confidence in the strength of your fingers than you do about collapsing into the carpal. So it's one way to start, but eventually start to practice firm. Maybe practice firm with the blocks, and use the tenting when you're not with the blocks. And you'll eventually get used to the lift that you're able to give yourself without depending on the lift just coming from the fingers. Okay? Tadasana. Feel free. Please start to practice this. It's going to really work the core, give us lift. Okay, but it's also, so Kayla says she feels that maybe her wrists are weak. It also means that you're probably compressing quite directed here and not dispersing the weight through the rest of the fingers, but in the fingers firm as opposed to in the fingers as an arc, right? When you're tenting, as you're speaking of the tenting, we're creating that arc, that arch. And arches are wonderful firm structures, but we're still not giving the webbing in the carpals, all of that strengthening that we could work out. So play with one and then the other and one and then the other. So I'm not going to say no, but we still get to practice a little bit. If you're noticing that you're dumping in here, I'm going to use my palm right here. If you're dumping in there, try to press more through here in the palm and let that be the practice. It can be a little frustrating at first, but we just got to grow those fibers, got to grow those palms to disperse weight through the whole palm. All right, Tadasana, really great for learning how to eventually float through from our down dog straight through to our butt. But that means that we have to have that ability to lift ourselves up. And there's no such thing. I know some people are like, but I have T-Rex arms. No, you don't. We've got a core that needs to be developed in the obliques, in the intercostals, the muscles in between our ribs, the upper part of the core of the rectus abdominis, and key low part of the core in the rectus abdominis. All right, let's come to seated. We'll lengthen our legs out in front of us. And since it seems like we've got some regular crew who's here, you're probably feeling like, okay, but we're not like really jamming through. But that Tadasana can still be a butt kicker, right? So if you're like, oh my God, I need a butt kicker, hold that boat longer. Hold that 2 inches longer. Hold in the Tadasana and repeat. Hold and repeat. And use that focus and attention. Sometimes the busyness of going from thing to thing to thing in the vinyasa prevents us from working on the focus that's a part of the yoga. So we can stay in the strong poses and stay in the focus, and then we get to see a whole different thing that's bouncing around in our heads. Let's clear out the fleshy bits, flexing the toes, pushing the backs of the legs down, spreading the toes, lifting, breath in, just keep squeezing and engaging those thighs, exhale, hinging it forward. Chest is forward, shoulders drawing away from the ears. Breath in, breath out. And let's roll that spine up. Palms behind us. We're going to go into what's called Purvottanasana. You can do it as a half purvo or the full purvo. We're going to start with half. Walking that foot in. Notice where my palms are. My fingertips are facing my butt. My palms are close to my hips, close to the spine. Not dumping and collapsing in the spine. Standing in those arms to sit up tall and erect in the rib cage. Right foot flat, pressing down. Don't dig into the heels. Gaze forward, neck neutral. Press down through the arms, point the left toes. Push down through the right foot, thrust the hips. Breath. Can you keep lifting the hips? Can you use the right leg for that? Are you standing in the arms or are you sagging in the shoulders? Freedom in the breath. Lowering those hips down. Good. Let's do another Paschimottanasana. That's the forward fold. Maybe legs together. Clear out the fleshy bits. Internal rotation of the thighs. Breath in. Lifting shoulders down. Exhale, hinge, belly, chest, one day chin. Squeeze those thighs. Breath is full. Mind is quiet. Let's roll that spine back up Getting ready for another Purvottanasana. Spend time in the Dandasana. That's this upright, L-shaped space. Putting intention and action into pressing the legs down. Intention and action into lifting the chest up. Let your torso hold itself. All right, we're going to do the other side. I'm going to bring this left foot in, palms back behind me, pointing the right toes, press and lift. Firm, with ease, breath. And we'll lower the butts down. Lengthen the legs one more time. One more Paschimottanasana. Breath in. Exhale. Hinge. And we'll bring the spine back up. Good. One time for Purvottanasana, full. Okay, so we did half on both sides. This one is going to ask a lot more of the core. Notice I'll be pointing the toes, so all of the muscles in the legs are going to be active. The chest is going to have to thrust up. The hips are going to have to be stable and lifting. All right, don't strain. All right, so if we're losing the breath or if we're feeling strain, try not to strain, come down, reset, or just take a break altogether. Palms are down, firm. Remember that the chest, we're not dumping backward. We're lifting, asking this core to engage. Pointing the toes, starting to get the legs ready to be engaged. Up through the top of the head. Breath in. Exhale. Push down through the heels. Thrust the hips. Arch the chest. Keep the gaze up to the ceiling. Don't drop the neck. Breath. And lower it down. Breath in. Exhale. Forward fold. Inner thighs rolling inward. Squeezing the thighs. Softening the spine and the belly. And we'll bring ourselves back upright. Purvottanasana. Start to find deliberate practicing of some of these spaces. Rather than breezing through them really swiftly, spending time with them. Take a pause and repeat them. Take a pause and repeat them. And start to notice subtle muscles, muscles that are finding strength subtly, starting to be aware of weight pressure and weight distribution. Speaking directly to Kayla on that one, because we also don't want to be dumping into the heel of the palm on that as well. All right, we're going to play with half hero because that's been a posture that I've been working all week. I think I ran into, I don't know, poison ivy or something. Okay, shift our weight over to the right hip, going to bend the left knee here. So now if we have knee issues, this is not going to be the space for you. So you can keep your legs out in front of you. I am going to encourage some of us to have a pillow nearby. So if you're going to skip this as far as the knee is concerned, just go ahead and bring a big, maybe a couch pillow if you don't have a bolster, up against your low back. And we're just going to lie down, maybe lift your hips up onto the pillow to give a little raised experience in the hips. But we're going to do half hero for those who are bending the leg back. I'm stretching out the top of my foot here. Some of you may be preferring to have that ankle out to the side. That is not good for my knee. Not really great for all of us. But the top of that foot may not be being very cooperative about the stretch that you're asking it for here. So you're just kind of meeting yourself where you are. Inner thighs together. Before we go back into the half hero, this is the hero part, this bending, we're going to go forward. And that's into a position called Trianga Mukhai Padasana. So now I've got both butt cheeks onto the floor. I don't have this butt cheek on this foot. Inner thighs together, squeezing the thighs. Breath in, lifting. Exhale, coming forward. Now, you might need to use your right hand as a kickstand so that you're not falling to the right. Trying to keep the chest over the thighs. Flexing the right toes to your face. Breath in. Breath out. And we'll bring ourselves up. We're going to lie down onto our backs. Take your time. Now, if you don't need the pillow and you feel as though you could lie down on your back, keeping the inner thighs together, keeping that left knee on the floor, go ahead. Ease and steadiness. And let your attention follow any areas that are talking. What is the sensory experience that's making itself apparent, that wants to be heard? Soften your hips. Soften your bellies. We'll bring ourselves up. Shift the weight to the right. We'll bring that left leg out in front of us. Let's do a counter pose before we find the other side. So how about a Baddha Konasana or butterfly? Bottoms of both feet together. Maybe press, flap the wings a little. Top of that ankle for me is like, oh, wait a minute. Let's just slow some things down. Breath in, lifting the chest. Exhale, hinging it forward. Let's bring ourselves back upright. And we'll get ready for the other side. So I'm going to straighten that left leg, rolling over onto that left hip, bending that right knee back behind. Inner thighs together, honoring this knee, this ankle. We've all got our pillow. Again, if you're not bending the leg, you can be having the legs out in front of you and just raise your hips up onto the pillow. You'll still be getting a lengthening going through onto the front of the hips. All right, we're going to do the Trianga Mukhai Padasana on this side. So flexing the toes, squeezing the muscles of that left leg. As you can see on this side, I really need this left hand for my kickstand because otherwise my torso wants to just keep falling over to the left. So I'm going to align myself back upright. Ooh, I can feel that in my back, definitely in this thigh, and coming forward. Maybe occasionally lifting the chest and pulling the torso forward. Express your breath. Find your ease. Quiet your mind. And we'll bring ourselves up. And we're going to start, make sure that's up against my low back. Start to lower that upper body up and over. Invite acceptance into our minds, into our bodies. Let go. Practice your calmest, smoothest breath here. Where can we feel the breath? Where can we experience the benefits of breath? Physically. How could we breathe to feel the benefits mentally? Taking your time, we'll bring ourselves upright, shifting the weight to the left, bringing that right foot out in front of us. And we'll get ready for another butterfly. Bottoms of the feet together. Maybe finding an interlace. Working the hips up and down, lifting gently through the back of the spine, the back of the neck. Pressing the inner thighs open. Inhale, lift the chest, extension, lengthening through chin, throat, breastbone, belly breathing freely. And let's roll that spine up. I'm going to invite us to lying down on our backs. And for the close, I'm going to invite us to hold a shoulder stand. Maybe a minute and a half to 2 minutes. If that is already kind of saying, do your shoulder stand with your legs up against the wall so that you have the support. All right. I think that most of the crew who is here today are people who are familiar with this posture, people who are familiar with me. So I'm not going to break this down very much other than to offer that because of the duration of time, we'll use either the support of the wall and to be aware that we're going to practice this for a moment. All right. So we're going to come to lying down. Place the body down intentionally. Adjust the shoulders. Gaze is neutral. without using the arms. Invite the knees into the chest. Now, if you're going to do this at the wall, go ahead and get yourselves butt up against the wall, legs against the wall, and then pull the knees to the chest. Your butt would still be on the wall, and then maybe your feet would actually be on the wall. We'll send the heels up. Backs of the legs can be against the wall if you're using the wall. Otherwise, we're in Viparita Karani, flexing the toes to your face, heels up to the ceiling. Feeling the spine, applying gentle pressure downward into the earth. Palms down alongside the body. Now see, you're going to have to navigate cooperation between the amount of pressure that the arms exert downward, but the core has to grip inward to lift the hips up. See if you can ask that low belly to grip inward to start to curl those hips up, pointing the toes upward. Do not turn your head from this moment forward. Gaze is up, press, and lift. Hands coming to the low back. If you were at the wall, you walked the feet down, bending the knees, and then push the feet into the wall, thrusting the hips up. Now I'm walking my hands down toward the floor more, so it's climbing up my back, giving my upper back more support, heels over the butt, lifting the chin away from the chest. That made me be audible a little better rather than smothered. Relax the tummy. Keep the windpipe open for breath. Try not to do the working Ujjayi breath here. Just a calm, easy breath. Full and uninhibited. Now gravity is going to work on the body, so the body's going to start to slide downward. It's going to feel heavier. So you might want to continue to travel the hands up the spine, elbows a little closer together, investing in the support and lifting as weight starts to sag. Breath in. Breath out. By all means, come down. If you're feeling lightheaded, if you're feeling pressure in your neck, pressure in the forehead, all right, knees toward the forehead. Take your time. Make room for breath. Maybe your feet come down, knees around the ears. Keep lifting the low back up. Make room for breath. Lower the arms behind you. Start to straighten the legs. Trace your face with your legs as you lower the low back toward the floor. Don't hold your breath. Feel your low core controlling, gripping, releasing to lower the low back down. Position your head for comfort, shoulders for comfort, arms for ease. If your legs are on the wall, let your legs stay there. Maybe soften the knee. If you're lying flat on your back, go ahead and lower the legs down. Lengthen the legs out and position the body for comfort. Adjust the hips. Adjust the shoulders and your head. And then nice deep breath in together. Sigh it out. Invite yourselves to this pose, to practicing the non-doing, to connecting with non-doing, and the abundance of being within emptiness, stillness, silence. Release the weight of your arms. Feel your arms connected to you and weightless. Feel the weight of your legs. Connected to you and weightless. Feel your breath entering your body, filling crevices and folds of your body. And releasing, deflating the body. Sit present with this exchange. Let's lengthen the arms overhead, nice big long stretch. Stretch through the belly, the hips, the upper thighs. Maybe work the pelvis. Feel your rib cage, the sides of your ribs, armpits, back of the neck. Eventually rolling over to one side, finding a fetal position. Folding into the seeds that we've planted, the seeds that we're growing, nourishing, protecting. And we'll bring ourselves upright to sitting. Thank you all. Take a moment and check in and feel the effects of where we've been mentally with focus and attention, where we've been breath-wise with expansion and capacity, where we've been physically in folds and bends and twists and strength and letting go. A single Om if you wish to join. Relaxed, wide open throat, diaphragm released. Deep inhale. Hands to the heart center. All that is love and light in me is deeply grateful for all that you share in love and light in you. Namaste. So good to see the gang. Today we held some deliberate spaces. So we did a twisting lunge. We did a twisting chair. We did our reclining half hero. We did the arm balance of Tadasana. We really worked some of the boats, hopefully in more of a mindful and slow and intentional way. Hey, Brandy, I had a feeling that you were that third that I was seeing up there. But wait, I'm seeing four. Did Claudia come back? What? I'm trying to recite through the postures that we did. So we did the standing split, the curtsy squat, the twisting chair after the twisting lunge. We did do the Tadasana intentionally, the boat intentionally. Trianga Mukhai Padasana, that's with one leg bent back, the other leg straight forward and coming forward in that. Then we did the reclining half hero, either with a pillow or not. We did do the long hold on our, we did Purvottanasana, and that was the reverse plank. We did side plank. I'm trying to think of the various things that we did. And then, of course, the long hold on the Salamba Sarvangasana, the supported shoulder stand. Please, you all, do find your home practice and start extending the amount of time that you're working in some of these postures, and observe what's growing in you, either mentally or physically, or what's resisting, what's the obstacle, because we have to learn from that as well, right? We don't just get bonus from everything. There are things that we run into when we're in these spaces that make us go, nah, I don't like that. Nah, this sucks. And so what can we start to learn from the obstacles and stick with it? Yay! Happy birthday, Kayla! Is it today? Awesome. Thank you for still coming to join with us and share that birthday with us. Pay attention to your wrists, my dear. Spend a little bit of time in that Tadasana in your tent, as you say. But if you're pressing down in the palm, try to use as much of the surface of the digits. Don't dig here. Try to find a way to rebound upward into that wrist. Maybe I'll do a short video at some point this week that really kind of breaks down what I mean by rebounding in the wrists. I hope that you have a wonderfully special day. At least it's not as horribly hot as it's been for the last few days. So there's a reprieve. So Mother Nature is saying happy birthday to you. All right, team. Thank you. Good to see you, Brandy. Good to see you, Stephanie. Everybody. Love to you guys. All right. Sorry that Claudia and Joe missed it. And we do miss the Joe sound effects, don't we? I know I do. All right.